On September 24, 2025, Dallas woke up to chaos. Gunshots, dozens of them, rang out at a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility, turning a routine Wednesday into a national headline. Let me walk you through what happened, what we know, and why it matters. At around 6:30 a.m., a sniper opened fire from the rooftop of a law office behind the ICE building on North Stemmons Freeway. The shooter, 29-year-old Joshua Jahn, was armed with a bolt-action rifle and had a clear line of sight. Inside a transport van, 3 ICE detainees were waiting in the sally port, that's basically a high-security entryway. Jahn fired into the van, 1 detainee died and 2 others were rushed to the hospital in critical condition. No ICE officers or law enforcement were hurt, but the facility itself was riddled with bullet holes. So, who was the shooter? Jahn had ties to Fairview, Texas and Durant, Oklahoma. He'd been arrested before for marijuana possession, studied at Collin College, and worked odd jobs, including, interestingly, harvesting marijuana in Washington state. He wasn't a total stranger to law enforcement. As police closed in, Jahn turned the gun on himself. Investigators later found bullet casings at the scene with anti-ICE scrawled on them. Authorities are calling this act targeted violence, driven by a clear anti-ICE motive. Eyewitnesses describe the chaos. Imagine walking up for your morning appointment and suddenly being hustled into secure rooms while the sound of gunfire echoes outside. One neighbor heard up to 30 shots. Another caught the whole thing on a video call. The political fallout was immediate. Homeland Security ordered beefed-up security at ICE facilities across the country. Officials from Texas and Washington blamed months of anti-ICE rhetoric for inspiring violence. President Trump pointed fingers at radical left Democrats, while Vice President J.D. Vance and Senator Ted Cruz both called for an end to what they called demonization of ICE.
When Democratic politicians incur doxing, when they encourage us to unmask ICE enforcement officers, what do you think is going to happen? When the mayor of Los Angeles encourages violent protesters to get in the face of our law enforcement, what do you think is going to happen? What's going to happen is political violence, and political violence has gotten out of control in this country. We got to stop it, we got to condemn it, and that starts, unfortunately, at the very top of the Democratic Party.
This is the 3rd shooting in Texas directed at ICE or CBP. This must stop. To every politician who is using rhetoric demonizing ICE and demonizing CBP, stop. To every politician demanding that ICE agents be doxxed and calling for people to go after their families, stop.
But here's the thing, this wasn't an isolated incident. It's actually the 3rd shooting aimed at ICE or Border Patrol in Texas this year. Just this past July, there were attacks in Alvarado and McAllen targeting federal officers. And in August, someone threatened to bomb the very same Dallas ICE building. So what's next? The FBI is deep into the investigation, searching for more clues about Jahn's motive and any possible connections. And while the debate rages about immigration, law enforcement, and political rhetoric, one thing's for sure, Dallas and the nation are left grappling with the aftermath of yet another act of violence. Stay tuned as more details emerge. I'll keep you updated. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.